Hello student, my name is Professor Gauri Sankar Sharma. I teach here OB and research related subjects here. Behavioral dynamics are the one of the important crucial aspect of any organization. So I teach organizational behavior related subjects. Those are quite important as technical knowledge. So I'm starting my today's topic that is associated with the term group dynamics and group cohesiveness. This topic is quite easy to understand, but it's quite difficult whenever we talk about the execution in organization. Framing the group and leading the team and managing the team within the organization are one of the crucial aspects of any job. So that's why formation of group and handling the group in a proper way, it is a very important task, and there are certain terms plays major role within the groups, such as group dynamics and group cohesiveness. So first of all, we will try to understand what is a group. See, in a group where we see two or more individuals, they are interacting and must have mutual dependencies to each other, and they have particular objective. We will call this kind of structure as a group within the organization. Remember, some of key elements of group are at least two people must be there, and there must be interaction, and they must be mutually dependent, because without dependencies they will not able to achieve their objectives, because in a group every particular person have different set of roles and responsibility that they need to share. Every group has its common structure. It must have their common values, they must have their common norms and interests. In our lifespan, we associated with different groups, or we visited certain organizations like banks, like railways, that you see every transport or bank or any kind of organization, they all have different set of norms, values and interest level. These features makes two segregated from one group to another group. Next important term that we need to understand is the group dynamics. See, the dynamics word itself, it means that the forces are running within the group. In a group dynamics, there are certain forces plays important role. We see this dynamics changing very fast. Some people dominate the group, some people not. Some people have more weightage and importance in a group, some others don't. Some people are very crucial for organization, some people are not. Some people have strong appearance in the group, some others are not. People listen some people, but others people follow some other people, but people don't follow some other peoples. So some people are dominating the group. So such kind of internal forces are that visible in organization, that plays important role, and these are the dynamic terms. Why? Because these terms are changing so rapidly and so fast, because we all know that change is the only constant, and these things are very important to study. So if we want to see whether group is working very effectively or whether group is not functioning properly, by the study of the dynamics within the group we can understand that what kind of that this group is, either it's functioning very well or it's not functioning very well. What are the reasons of failure and what are the reasons of success in a group? The study of group dynamics can leads you to understand the better about the organization, and you can further restructure in a better way the functioning of the organization. Here we will study types of group. We know that from this PPT we can see that there are two different form of groups: formal group and informal groups. So formal groups are the formal structure created by formal parameters and set of norms. Informal groups created or framed based upon just certain incident activities, or based upon someone's assumption or someone's requirement. So in the first part we will study about the formal groups. So first one is a command group. What is a command group? Remember the structure of the army. Army has a commanding structure where one person leads to the number of group members or group leaders or group soldiers. Here commander leads the organization. Priority of communication is by one leader, and it must be accepted by others followers is important. Here commanding authority is one, and others are just a follower, and they need to follow the command and instruction given by the commander. Second one is a task group. These are the modern structural organization that we see in our business or scenario, where the groups are framed based upon the specific task. At present time, in any organization, we see there are certain group structures like as sales team, marketing team, strategy team, production, operation, finance, logistics. These are the task groups. These were framed based upon the different tasks happening within the organization. Third one is a committee. Committee is a small form of group, and its lifespan is very low, and very few number of people are there in a committee, and it's very specific task oriented. When the task is over, the committee will dissolve itself. So we can say that the lifespan compared to the group, committee has very less time span for any organization compared to the other groups. And now we will discuss about the section B part. It's talking about the informal groups. See, it also has three different classification. First one is interest group, second one is clique, third one is psychological groups. So what is an interest group? In an interest group, that we know, people having the same nature, or having the same attitude, or having the same interest about the certain commodity, or people are having same liking. It is very easy to them to frame a group. So like we have seen the people, some of are very fond of smartphones, smart gadgets. We see them, they frame their groups, and they discuss about the smart gadgets, and they have a strong bond created between them. So it is example of interest group. Second one is a clique. Clique is a small exclusive group. It's called as exclusive. Why? Because you will see no other group in a compared to clique. uh, for example, you are traveling through public transport, and suddenly something's happened, or some people need support. So you will see there are not all people they came for the support. Very few, 4, 5 or 6 people, they come together to help to the particular person. So such kind of groups framed exclusively without any willingness, it's called as clique. And third one is your psychological group. So we all are associated with different psyche. We all have different kind of emotion aspects. We all have different kind of our perception. Based upon those perceptions, based upon those feelings, we are associated with certain organizations, like different spiritual groups, like different cultural groups, or different even religious. It's a form of psychological group where we are associated with the different the religion we are belong to, and it's a quite strong internal desire or feeling, that association. It's called as a psychological group. Further, we will study about the theories of group formation. Dear students, there are different theories associated with the formation of the group. So we can see there are four different theories associated in the terms of group formation. First one is a propinquity theory. What is a propinquity theory? Propinquity theory, it's a concept based upon the geographical phenomena, where it's a great chance of formation of group based upon the geographical closeness and geographical proximity. The people are seated together, the people are traveling together, the people are doing their lunch or dinner together. It has highest probability of making and framing of the group. So it's called as propinquity theory. Second one is humans interaction theory. Here the people are having same kind of activities, they are having same kind of interaction, same kind of sentiments. There is a high chance of framing the group. The people are associated with different cultural, different set of spiritual organizations. There is a great chance that they will frame a very strong and committed group. Third one is the balance theory. What it's a balance theory? It tells about the people's intention towards the certain commodity or certain goal, certain objective. The people are having their common goal or common objective in life. They frame their own group. If you see certain students in a class, they are highly committed for the study. Those students are associated with themselves, and they frame different groups focus on their study. Some people are very highly committed towards the sports. You will see some those students are framing the group. Those are having the strong commitment towards the sports. And the last one is exchange theory. It's a modern concept and very practical approach. At present time, you will see that people are making friendship associated with the different groups. They are framing different groups or associating with certain groups based upon the outcomes and interaction they are having. If they find that associated with a certain organization will benefit them either in terms of monetary or non-monetary, they join that kind of groups based upon their exchange or their needs, whether the organization is able to fulfill their requirements or they are able to serve to the organization in a mutual benefit way. They try to frame the organization or wish to associate it with those kind of organization where they can satisfy their needs. So it's universal truth that what I am going to explain here. This is next is your group development stages given by the Tuckman. Tuckman has given 5 different stages, and Tuckman told that if first stage will complete, then only we can move to the second stage, and when second stage will over, then only we can move to the third stage, and when third stage will complete, then we will go to the fourth stage, and at last we will reach to the final destination of the group formation. So in a further way, we can understand in next PPT what is the important about this forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. See, first stage is a forming, the initial day or day where the group has been framed, or the day when group we frame or we associated with a certain group. You will see people are very formal to each other. They follow different set of etiquette and behavior and very formal way and very conscious way. So that is the first day. Second stage is storming. In a second stage, as we people communicated further and they try to understand to each other, the differences has been created. People have different set of opinion, different set of their understanding. Based upon that understanding, opinion, likeliness, people have different set of differences within the group. So that stage is known as storming. And in a certain stage, when people realize and when they understand that storming will not lead to any kind of a solution, when they will deviate to the work, they try to mutually settle down the certain understanding. They just try to come out on a single platform where they can execute their task. So some people agree with others point, some people accept the others point of view, and they try to normalize the storming stage, and here they remove their differences. When the normalizing process happens, after that the prime objective of the group formation, why the group has been framed, the real performance and real execution starts. So in a fourth stage, the main reason by which the group has been framed, people started working for the group and for their personal objectives also. Here the group achieved its goal, and last stage is adjourning. When the performance has been achieved or goal has been achieved, the group either dissolves or it transforms to certain new objective. So the stages forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning is a heading towards one after one after one after incident, and it closed at adjourning or either reshaped its structure in form of forming of other group. Next is your group structure. See, success of any group depends upon the structure, and there are certain forms that influences the group structure. See, first one is that what group structure has influenced. First one is group status. If group status is very high, people always is committed towards the group. Second one is group roles. The kind of role people have within the group, it shapes the structure. You will see that in a present time there are organizations have different structures, either virtual or physical organization. You will see they have different set of roles, and people are associated with their roles, and they are performing their role within a group. Third stage is group norms. See, the kind of norms people have, some groups have different set of informal structural, and some are more formal, so they have different set of norms that also influences the group structure. Fourth one is group size. See, if very less number of people are associated with group, group will be more close and more cooperative. But if you see, the group size has very big, and in that case people are not have that much of interaction, so that's why interaction is less, and group size also varies, and the structure also varies of the group. Fifth one is your group cohesiveness. What is group cohesiveness? It's a bonding between the group or group members. So if there is a high group cohesiveness, members have a high amount of likeliness to each other, the structure will be more committed and formal, informal in nature. Where people have less commitment and cohesiveness, you will see more rigid and group structure will find there. And sixth one is group leadership. It's a vision of the leader, what kind of or what structure that leader wish to form the group. So vision of the leader also influences the structure of group. Next is topic that we are going to study is group cohesiveness. What is a cohesiveness? As in previous slide I discussed, cohesiveness is a bonding between different group members. So if you have a high degree of commitment towards the group norms, group members, group policies, group structure, so you have strong bond with the groups, or it generates the likeliness and motivation towards the group members to be in the group. The day you will dissatisfy within the group, you will leave the group. So that's why it is very important to any organization to make members more cohesive and more committed towards the group norms and group structures. Third one and next one is the dysfunctional group. What is a dysfunctionality that we need to understand? There are certain issues, certain things are negative within the groups. People are either negative about the other people, or by the organization or organization policy or leadership of the organization. Some people are in nature of the breaking the group. Some people are dysfunctional. Some people or some organizations are dysfunctional, or in a other way we can call them as a confused group. These groups are very hazardous in nature. They don't know their future. They People don't have desire to work. People don't have committed towards the work. So as in point number 1, it's written that you can see members are confused about what the task to be complete. They are not able to understand what kind of job they need to perform. They don't understand what are the assigned tasks to them, when to complete. Second point that you see, what is written, most members tends to be slackers. Here there is a fear in the members of group. So that's why people don't want to take initiate. They don't want to take lead. Everyone want to be slackers. Point 3, it tells about the members don't communicate openly, assume that others know what they are thinking. They are very reserved in nature. They don't want to openly communicate how others will take their opinion or their words. It's may go negative towards them. That's why people are not communicating openly. Fourth point tells that difficulty in finishing the task on time, just because of confusion in a group, just because people are not committed within the group, it's quite difficult for them to complete the task on time. And the fifth point is telling behaviors that prevent the group from working effectively. There are different kind of negative behavior comes in the action, and that prevents people to work effectively within the group.